Omnia Premium Pro gives you the confidence to eliminate dead water on thousands of lakes across the U.S. Exclusively on the Omnia app, use 10 unique data layers containing critical real-time mapping information to see water temperature, water clarity, contours, lake bed hardness, and important weather data all in one place. Matched with Omnia's loyalty credit program on all your tackle and gear needs, this is the only app you need in your arsenal for success on the water.
Plenty of sunshine.
Come on, man, let's roll! What the?
To catch the fish, you need to be one with the fish.
With PowerPole shallow water anchors, you'll get the ultimate in precision, power, and control, so you can catch more fish. No face paint or phony fins necessary.
They assemble at night, each one having prepared as diligently as possible for the time given to them before the witching hour, the hour of reckoning, the time when they begin outdoor cartoon television. Stray Casts is on the air.
Good evening, glory, hallelujah to you. What the heck's your story and what's going through you? This is the glorified version of a Bass and Talk Show. I'm your host, Pat Renwick. It's Wednesday night. Give it up for yourself, Bass Galaxy. It's time for a Bassin' Fiesta right here, an old-fashioned soiree.
The first part was good. Did you write that down?
No, that
was good.
Hey, thanks. If things just pop out of the noodle.
Sure.
Speaking of noodles, that guy over there, the one and only Captain Ryan Hot Cornelius Whitaker.
I do like Whitaker.
Whitaker. Cool Whitaker. Ryan Whitaker. That's you. Ryan, I'm all jacked up. It's time to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How many Red Bulls?
None. I'm off of the energy drinks, and I'm purely on the Cafe Con Leche.
Organic energy.
I drink that Cafe Bustelo. It's a very
who's that?
Very stout. It's a very stout brew.
Okay.
Cafe Bustelo. By the way, but Ryan, speaking of stout, our guest tonight hasn't been here in a while, but he's back. The one and only. Give it up. Cody Meyer, angler, coming back on the show tonight. Let me say, Bassmaster Elite Series angler, Cody Meyer. First time we've gotten to say that on this show.
Yes.
You know, pretty cool. I think last time Cody was on the network was with Brad and Jamie.
Yeah.
On the Into the Great Wide Open show.
Opens.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. They're my second favorite podcast hosts besides you. That's the deal right there. Hey, you know who is an amazing producer and just producing the heck out of this deal right
I
here?
know. Do you know?
I know that you know that. I know that you know that. I know that you know that the best producer. He also used to produce for Henry Rollins, didn't he?
Yeah.
Black Flag.
Yeah.
But
he produced.
It's a short-lived
He's a
production. Yes. The one and only Andrew Ellenberger, Ginger Ninja. That's him. He's a ninja. What's going on, man?
What's up, Pat? What's up, Rye?
I'm just excited. I'm excited, Andy.
Yeah.
Yeah. In my world of bass fishing, everything is fun, stew, and giggles dumplings.
That's where it should be.
Yeah, I'm taking Easton Fothergill's advice.
Yep.
You know, you just in the Bass Galaxy, everything's fine.
What was that, 8-pound braid?
No, accentuate.
Whatnot?
Yeah, it's not
Alberto now?
in this and whatnot. Andy, you
What
excited?
size sinkers do you use?
I like the ones you have to pinch with the pliers.
With
I
your
still
teeth?
use it, actually on
Yeah,
spinner.
yeah, with their teeth if
On
you
spinner.
want the. Yeah.
That's why they're so well formed. Instant fillings.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, you gotta have a tooth mark on it.
Andy, how's the fishing at the home lake? You catching them?
And I went in September one time.
Did you?
So I couldn't tell you.
At the check. So you know what I mean. The guy
I was in St. Clair. I don't know what
he only goes in on their rings.
How they running over there?
Only
Like,
on the
it's running. The salmon run is on.
When was the last time we had Cody on before the Opens? Quite a while. Right.
I was trying to remember when we were talking about it earlier. I cannot remember.
Reminiscing.
like 20. I mean, we had him on in 2016.
I just remember his wall of Garys that he had behind
10
him.
years ago.
Yeah, he still
Yeah.
has quite a collection.
Yeah.
He's going to show some stuff off later.
Yep. So, all right, I'll let you go.
Get it started.
All right.
Andrew Ellenberger, the Ginger Ninja, right there. Best dang producer in the world of bass fishing right there. Hey, I want to remind everybody, our guy, Rockin' Shoal Fantasy, working the chat board tonight, chatting it up. Get some questions into him for us to ask Cody. And you can ask Cody anything. I mean, absolutely anything. And if they're slick, they'll put it through. I mean, you know what I mean? You know,
I know
what
what
I
you
mean?
mean.
You know what I mean? Why do I feel like I'm, you know what I mean? Why am I hackneying
Like
tonight?
Ernest.
I'm like hackneying.
Like Ernest P. Worrell.
Yeah,
I remember.
hackneying. I do remember. Ernest, Ernest goes to camp.
Dating myself here.
Hey, Ryan,
Yes, sir.
like and share the live Facebook feed tonight
I'm gonna.
for your chance to win a prize from Cody Meyer. That's right. The prize from Cody, right? Cody said he's got he'll tell you about it when he comes on, but he's got some cool stuff for the Bass Galaxy. Also, like and share the live Facebook feed and your chance to win a box of tin cup goodness to your door. So like and share that deal right there. Hey, I want to back up a minute and our sincere condolences to the Damjanovic family. Eric Damjanovic, our good friend here in the region and a hell of a proper bassin man, unfortunately, is gone to the big pond in the sky. And Eric, a staple of bassin in the region. Cal Sag bass anglers as well as local tournaments. Everybody knows in this area Unky Jigs.
Yeah, excellent bait maker.
Yeah, I mean the guy and he was a force in the region, and he will be missed.
Yeah, firefighter as well.
Yeah, I mean just a great dude. And I don't know any information yet, quite frankly, about any services or anything, and I don't think you do.
I believe it's Saturday.
Is it Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, if you're in the area here, Northwest Indiana, Chicagoland area, Eric Damjanovic, our sincerest condolences go out to the entire family, and God's
rest in peace, brother.
Yes, rest in peace. God's blessings to you. Absolutely. Hey, onto the show right there. Speaking of good times and maybe some dreams coming true. Absolutely. Congratulations are in order. Quite a reversal there. To Nick Trim. Congratulations on your berth to the Bassmaster Classic and your victory at the Mississippi River.
That's an elite berth as well, isn't it?
I think
National championship.
Yeah, championship and elite berth. Am I going? Is it classic and elite berth?
The win is an elite berth.
Yeah, there it is. So we double whammied.
And the classic.
Yikes!
Yeah.
Yikes!
Yeah.
Amazing.
Incredible.
Congratulations to Nick Trim.
Too.
I mean, come on, Ryan. That's your dream. He did it. He did it. That's
we're
the one
in
you
next
guys
year. We're
been
going.
and,
We're going next year.
And local guys doing it, trying to get there.
Yeah,
He did it.
I know that guy's been trying for a long time.
Hey, where's that gypsy? You know where that gypsy is?
I bet he's at a restaurant.
Yeah, he's probably. What's the over under on where this gentleman is? It's like, where's Waldo? Where's he at?
I mean, I'd say 70% restaurant, 30% home.
Right.
100% drink in hand.
What you got, Chinch?
It seems like he's busy tonight, so just go ahead and move on.
Okay, 1%.
Wait, 1%. He's unoccupied.
Yeah. Strike that, reverse it.
Yeah, that might mean that he's out of the country again and indisposed. Let's just say that
He's on the flat.
If he's somewhere. If he ain't popping up. So
Damn, I never felt more confident about those odds. In my life.
I know, for real. That was a shocker. That was a shocker right there. When Foles ain't there, you know he's some. I hope he's not in in one of those Turkish prisons or something. You know what I mean?
Gymnasium.
It's something happening. Hey, every week here on Straycast, we have a little thing, a little ditty called the Tin Cup Whiskey Word of the Week. And Tin Cup is the official brown liquor of bass fishing. And Ryan, you're going to have to come up with the Tin Cup Whiskey Word of the Week for the Cody Meyer show. And whenever you hear this word Ryan is about to give you, take a little sippy. It could be a nice cafe, con leche, like I'm drinking here. It could be a nice cold Coca-Cola, or of course a Tin Cup Whiskey, the official brown liquor of bass fishing.
Yeah.
What's the word, Rye?
Let's go rookie.
He's not a rookie.
He kind of.
He's not though. He's not. But I guess.
Well,
but he didn't qualify.
He's not.
For
But he's not.
Yeah, but he didn't qualify for rookie money, so he's really not a rookie. But so
right.
I got it. So we could say, because I'll say you're not a rookie. And you
I
say,
know he's not a rookie.
I know, but you can't say
kinda
it's like the Cody Meyer rookie. Remember?
I know.
All
right.
Fatty Magoo rookie, Cody Meyer, the Magnificent Cody, all that stuff. If you hear any of that,
Okay, the Magnificent Cody.
Magnificent Cody.
Okay.
Cody the
We'll go
Magnificent.
with that.
I think it's Cody the Magnificent
Either way.
is what it is. That's his stage name. If you hear any of that, take a sip. And remember, if you do sip, please sip responsibly. That's all we ask. And have fun.
Magnificent.
All right. Let's you ready
Cody.
to pay some bills around here? Let's do it. Come on, wrangle them up. Hey, I want to tell you, Ryan, last week
Talk to me.
we brought a new advertiser on.
Oh, you got a box of
I
things.
got a box. Check this
Hey,
out.
look at that.
I'm going to toss this to
Talk
you
to me.
here. Are you ready?
Keep it high.
Keep it high. He did. Right there. And what Ryan has there is a Brunt footwear work boot. Look at that deal right there.
That's
What's
a
the
nice
first?
boot.
Yeah, what's the first thing you notice when I whip that thing at you?
Light.
Yeah.
Light.
Light, but you feel the solidness?
I mean, yeah, this leather is.
Could you go to a Black Flag
Wow.
show in these?
Yes.
Yes, that's what
Absolutely.
I'm saying.
You got red laces, but
But for real, I mean, Brunt workwear, especially the Brunt work shoes, they've changed the way America works. They've added comfort to durability and safety. Right here, you can wear this shoe all day, be comfortable, and it's going to keep your foot protected.
these are really awesome.
They really are nice boots, aren't they? Rob?
Carpenter boots.
Yeah, they're really cool and waterproof too. 6-inch and waterproof. Bruntworkwear.com. Put in code BASS and tell them Ryan Popcorn Whitaker from Stray Cast sent you. The working man, the guide out there, Chicago bass fishing guide. Brunt Workwear, right there. Thanks again. Pretty cool. 10 off, code BASS. Bruntworkwear.com. Appreciate you guys right there. Hey, again, want to tell you something pretty cool. Wait a second. Omnia Brothers.
There you go.
They're now called Omnia Brothers. You know why?
Because it was bought by
Thorne Brothers.
Thorne Brothers.
So
There
now
you go.
it's not really Omnia Brothers, but we're going to call them Omnia
Omnia Brothers.
Yeah, doesn't it have a ring to it?
It does.
Omnia Brothers loves you, and you'll love them too.
And I used to really love their hair jigs too.
Hey, I'll
Real
tell you
nice
what, it's a pretty cool deal. All the inventory from Thorne Brothers and from Omnia Fishing combined. Now they have mega inventory of bass and all other species supplies. Right
Yes.
there, Thorne Brothers. Of course, the amazing Omnia Premium Pro app as well.
Yeah, don't snooze on that.
Yeah, for real. Boom, right there. Omnia and Thorne Brothers. Berkeley Fishing has a pretty cool new bait. Everybody's been talking about
Which one?
Well, everybody's been talking about the buzz bait. They've been talking about the old chop suey, right? And the flux skill.
Yep.
Amazing baits. But we got a little something over here, Rye. Okay.
What do we got?
Let me show you. Let me show you this deal.
Something really cool I don't even know about.
No,
yet?
you've been catching them on.
Oh,
it,
that
actually. I'm going to do an unboxing.
Yeah,
what do
yeah,
we
yeah,
do?
yeah.
We used the gangster switchblade last time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use the Vietnam paratrooper, American soldier switchblade.
Did you get to throw it yet?
I have not.
Oh,
Been
dude,
too busy smashing them on the flux skill and the buzz bait.
it's
All right,
real
here's
cool.
the deal right there.
It's really cool.
All right. And this is the new Power Bait Power Vibe. And what it is it is a soft plastic vibe bait, like a rattle trap.
Think lipless crankbait, single hook, soft body. Also think blade bait. And that's what I've been doing with it on the big lake.
Oh, you've been yo-yoing
fishing it just like a blade bait. This thing vibrates really easily on a light lift. And that's everything we do out there with blade baits. A 1 foot lift, you'll get like 5-6 vibrations out of it. Bam, 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 bam. And smallmouth have been eating it, and then just straight reeling it through the grass too. That's just like a
John Cox has been he says it rips right through. I mean literally.
Anyone that ever complained about hookup ratio because of treble hooks on a lipless, definitely give this thing a try. You got a big single hook on there.
Captain Whitaker endorsed.
It's pretty sick.
Already smashing them on the big lake right there. Hey, everybody check out simsfishing.com. The fall collection. Phenomenal. If you have not tried the Gallatin pants yet, they are the deal right now. Gallatin pants from Sims. Ryan, what do you power pull down for?
For pleasure.
For pleasure. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
and for sport.
Yeah. Every single use in bass fishing where you need to plan it down. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Power pulling down. We take it for granted. Yeah. We take it for granted
it's a timeout. It's
remember when we didn't have power pulls? You used to trim your motor down all the way. Like like not us, but when power pulls didn't even exist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you'd trim your Skag down into the sand.
I did it all the time. I used to just lengthen my trolling motor as a power pull. Just put it right in the mud.
It makes that nice silver color on the bottom too.
Good. It's good for it.
But we take it for granted. Yeah. And thank you, Power Pull. We power pull down for pleasure and good times here at Straight Cast. 100%. Thanks to them.
Yes, sir.
Waterland Sunglasses, throwing shade with Waterland. Check out the new Drivo aviator type glasses if you have not. Really cool for your winter collection.
Yep. Don't forget Mad Science Print Lab.
Yes.
Everything for your printing needs, small business, big business, medium-sized business. They'll work with anyone. Anything you need printed. Custom jerseys, custom
Joe's
shirts.
Awesome.
Joe's awesome. He fishes. Tim doesn't fish, but he's a skateboarder.
You got Clay Guido wearing the stuff from?
He's got some Mad Science stuff. They're original designs too, and just the clothing they sell on their website is really cool. MadSciencePrintLab.com. You focus on your business, they'll focus on your merch.
There it is right there. Hey, get your questions in on the chat board for Cody Meyer. Also, like and share the live Facebook feed for your chance to win a tin cup box of goodness to your door, as well as the Cody Meyer pack. Hey, do it. Put the power poles down. Don't go nowhere. We're coming right back with Cody Meyer.
This is the mountain, and this is mountain whiskey. Unspoiled, untamed, forever wild. There's no safety net, no way down. Up here, it's just man and the mountain and his tin cup. Tin Cup Whiskey. Mountain whiskey.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that we introduce to you bass fishing superstar, shining star in the bass fishing galaxy.
Not a rookie.
Not a rookie. Exactly. Give it up for the one and only Cody the Magnificent Yes. It's Cody the Magnificent.
That's one.
Yes.
What is up, boys? Good to be back.
Look at you with the great wall of Yamamoto behind you.
Oh my God.
Hey,
Holy
you know what?
shit.
You know what Gussie called this? He said, "Man, look at that wall of Gary's. Check that
It's
thing out."
all Gary's.
I'm like, well, I haven't heard Gary's, but yeah, you got about every color, size, shape of Yamamoto up there, and some evergreen over here,
I see
and
that.
all kinds of stuff. Heck yeah, man.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
I mean, two of your staples. I mean, absolutely. That's your bread and butter baits behind you. We'll get into more of that later right there. But it's great to have you back on the show, Cody. It's been a while. It's been a long time since we rock and roll. You know what I mean?
Man, it has, to be honest. I mean, I got to see you all year, got to ride with you in the boat, but I was trying to think back, and we did the open show last year. I can remember 10 years ago doing one at the Forest Wood Cup. But I'm
Oh, yeah.
thinking one of the last shows before the opens was, I remember coming on and you were like, "Cody, what don't you think you want to just do like what Jacob Prosnick did and just jump all in and do all 9 opens and try to make it?" And at the time I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I don't know if I could do that." And then here we are, man. We did it.
You did it. You are where you belong, Cody Meyer.
Thank
really
you.
are. You're home, bro. You are.
Thank you, man. It's I'll tell you what, guys. This is the first year for me where this off season has been kind of relaxing, to be honest.
Nice.
Every year there's something. You're worried about something, you're thinking about something. And this year it's like, sweet, man. Like I'm going to the Bassmaster Classic. I'm going back to the Bassmaster Elite Series. Because I'll tell you what, like the year before, I was so stressed out just thinking I'm gonna leave the Bass Pro Tour, go to the Opens. Every night, Pat, you're sitting there and you're going, what if I don't make it? What if I'm
Big life move, Cody. And you're no spring chicken, no disrespect.
No, for sure. I turned 42 and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I might never fish on that top level again. And then even last year I made it, but we ended the season about right now, if I remember right. Like I know it was sometime in October. And then I'm like, there's no time. You got to jump straight in to getting your rig ready for the Elite Series. And then something brand new like that. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, what if I can't compete on the Elite Series? What if I don't fit in there? And then here we are. And I'm like, man, that was an awesome year. Love the guys, love the format. It was everything I thought of, and get to relax a little bit and do some family stuff this off season.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. And I can feel your relaxation through the internet. Let's put it that way. And it was, I got to tell you, I was honored when Bassmaster assigned me you on your first ever Elite Series event.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, and I won't forget it because you were like a little kid, dude. You were very excited.
Yes.
I mean, you really were like excited to be there. And something resonates with me. This jumps off the page about our day. And you said to me that morning, Pat, I haven't seen, this is just a regular season event, and I haven't seen this kind of excitement or this kind of crowd in the morning in years.
Yeah.
And you were on another tour, and things were a little different. You come to a regular season event, opening day, people are swinging. You know what I mean? LFG, and here's Cody Meyer ready to battle. You know what I mean?
Yes. I can feel that. I can go back to that day right now. And going back the night before that, here we are in the meeting and Mercer's standing up there. And I've fished several events with Mercer there, the Toyota Texas Bass Classics. I did 7 of those. And but man, I'm like, dude, it's Dave Mercer. There's Seth Fighter. There's all these guys that I've really never got to fish against unless it was one of those TTBCs or a random event. And then you came up to me and you're like, bro, I'm riding with you tomorrow. And I almost felt like an ease because I'm like, okay, thank God we have someone that I know, because, I'll tell you that I've done this 18 years full time, but I was still nervous and excited and wanted it just as bad as I did 18 years prior. So to have you in the boat, I'm like, all right, sweet. And when we blasted off, I will never forget that dock on the St. Johns River. Hundreds and hundreds of people. And
Yeah.
I
On a
just come out
regular
of
season event.
yeah. I just came out of 5 years on the Bass Pro Tour. Um, a lot of those events we got to trailer to certain areas, so there was nobody there, maybe a local. And then prior to that, I did 12 years on the FLW Tour before the last year of the Opens, and I don't remember that crowd, to be honest, ever even at like a Forest Wood Cup. So that first a day, I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, we're here. Like, and then you were sitting in the boat with me. I'm like, dude, here we go. And then once we blast off, you're like, all right, it's just a normal bass tournament. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous, because that was super, super cool and intense.
Yeah, and dude, again, going back, you coming through the dock, Mercer calling your name. You were like a little kid, bro. You really were. I mean, when and people clapping for you, welcome Cody Meyer. You're like, yeah, here we go. You know what I mean?
I know. That was crazy.
I never even thought about this before, but that's got to be. And I want to ask you, it's got to be weird to have all this energy in the morning. It's like the only sport like this, right? Like baseball's in front of 40,000 people, football's in front of 60, 70, whatever. But like in bass fishing, you got all this crowd in the morning, you're all hyped up. And then when you go actually do the sport, you're like off hiding somewhere in the woods.
Now it's silent. Yes.
Yeah.
You go from all that hype to silent trying to catch a bass.
Yeah. And then you get
weird
right
kind
back
of
into
transition.
it. Yeah. And there's so many highs and lows. Like you say, that high in the morning, you're like, oh my gosh. And all the people and the excitement. Then you blast off, you're like, okay, sweet. We're just bass fishing again. And then you come back in, and whether it was a great day or a mediocre day or a bad day, you're excited again to see how you did, unless you did really bad. And then you don't want to see anyone because you're like, oh my gosh, I got 2 or something.
I'm going back to the house.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, man, this year, Pat, I saw you at every event in the backstage. It is awesome to just have you there, have everybody there, to have that excitement of, being nervous, like getting ready to go up on that really cool stage and weigh your bass in. Like I just really, really enjoyed that this year.
Big
Super
stage, big
excited.
ass, big dreams, or some variation of that, I've been told.
Yeah, and that's, I feel like I definitely found where I belong. Years ago, I never in a million years thought I'd be doing the Bassmaster Elite Series with FLW. And it was about this time, a couple years ago, I was happy with FLW, and a couple years ago, I was with my good friend Cody Meyer with Cypher Fishing here. We were on the Columbia River.
What's up, Cody?
And Boyd Duckett did a, hey, you're coming back to the BPT, and he did a podcast, not a podcast, but like a tournament meeting. And the first thing he said was, we're going back. We remember Bass Pro Tour went to your 5 biggest bass. And then they said, we're going back to catch all you can. And I remember I looked at Cody Murray, and I'm pretty sure about a second later, I hung up the phone. I'm like, dude, I'm leaving. And there wasn't like this, dude, I don't know, think about it. It was like, heck yeah, man, you got to go. And then I talked to my buddy JR Wright and all my friends, and it wasn't even a hesitation. They're like, Cody, you need to go. And so that made it really easy. But I still, in the back of my mind, didn't know I'd actually be here on the Elite Series. That was like a pipe dream. You're like, man. But then actually do it, it's like, holy cow, dude, this is really awesome. And it's just so happy I'm here and part of this league, and get to fish for 5 and just do what we do.
Fish for 5. It seems like what I don't know.
I mean, I don't know why anyone would be turned off by a drastic rules change in the tournament world.
Especially every year.
Yeah. So crazy, man. Yeah, you made the right move.
Let's give a brief synopsis, okay? Basically, you've been at this for 20 years as a pro, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yikes, Cody, 20 years, dude.
I know. It's
That's
crazy.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's almost 100 years.
It is. In dog years, for sure.
Yeah. The in dog years, 100%. It's 100 years. The and then as you said, you decided to fish the EQs in 24. You not only fished the EQs, you came in second in AOY points. Isn't that right?
It is.
I'm
Yep.
Rain Man in it here. Okay. And you qualified for the elites with 2 baits, and we're going to talk about that a little later, but pretty interesting and what you did, man. And it brings us to the 25 season. Here's what we got to do though, Cody. All right. This is what we got to do. Let's go back. It's you and Bullet. You and old trusty Bullet walking ponds in the neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know those days.
Oh yeah.
That's where you cut your teeth.
Yep.
And Bullet was your trusty hound.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
That you
German short hair.
German short hair. And Ryan, he did it just like you and just like me and so many out there in the Bass Galaxy. He walked those neighborhood ponds and he just
still do it.
Oh yeah, we still do it when we get a chance. And he cut his teeth there, so to speak. Right.
Awesome.
Now, tell me if you did this kind of stuff, because I know Ryan's done it. I know our producer Andy's done it. I did it too. You apply techniques that you read about, like
100%
in Bassmaster, in Bassin. You know what I mean? All those magazines, in Fisherman, even.
Oh yeah.
You know, apply the techniques to the ponds.
Yeah.
Know? Shit, you might be throwing a Bill Dance buzzbait that's 24 inches long. But you know what? I read about it. It's okay.
Long arm.
Hey, what about the Roland Martin helicopter lure?
I smashed them
There's some right over there.
Smashed. There's a box of them
A
right
whole
there. The
case of
banjo
them.
lure.
The
Smashed
banjo
them on it.
minnow.
Smashed them on it.
The flying lure.
Oh, I will tell you what, we'll go into that. I can remember, honest to God, being 5 years old, Grass Valley, California, with the dog. Back then, again, I'm 42. So back then, there was no
5
high school
years
bass
old.
fishing. Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, 5 years old. Literally,
like a kindergartner. Cody
yes,
the kindergartner.
Cody the kindergartner. And I remember turning on Bassmaster from when I was 5 until I was who knows how old, a teenager or out of the house, watching the Bob Cobb days, right?
Oh, yeah.
The Larry Nixon, the Jay Yellis, like these guys I grew up with, Aaron Martins, and then learning that, going straight down to the pond, whether it be something on a tournament. I remember Dan Moorhead winning the Potomac River with a baby 1 minus, buying a baby 1 minus at Kmart. And shoot, dude, that was it. That was the deal, right? Like Saturday morning was time to watch Bassmaster, Bill Dance, Orlando Wilson, and then the rest of the day, man, it was pond hopping. Try not to get kicked out of golf course ponds, regular ponds. I had a loop of ponds, dude. Absolutely, those were you looking back like some of the best days of your life. Like there's no clock on you, right? Like you're just out there, and there's no like, hey, you got to weigh in by 3 o'clock. But you're still, even though I never fished a tournament, your biggest fish, you're like, heck yeah, dude, I caught a 4-pounder. I caught a 3-pounder. Like, and you're thinking about what was your biggest 5. And then fast forwarding to when I was 15, again, kind of the dork in high school because I like bass fishing, but my dad had this old John boat, right? That was like a 14-foot John boat. He built a deck on the front, and he wasn't like, Cody, I'm gonna give you this bass boat. There was none of that. It was, I'll give you this John boat. It's 1974 or whatever year it was. We built a wooden deck, carpeted it, no trolling motor, 9.9 horsepower motor.
Let's go.
And my mom used to drop me off at Lake Oroville when I was 15. I'd go out there and fish all day, come back at dark. And my first tournament, I blasted off with that boat and I won at Lake Orville and won $500. And I was like, I was a millionaire, dude. I was
Yeah,
literally
There was no
busted out.
stopping you.
Yeah.
No.
First check.
Especially with
Yeah.
5 hundo in there.
Yeah. So I just was ate up with tournaments, traveled around, did the co-angler thing, pro-ams out here. I stopped fishing like the probably 18 to 20 for about 2 years. Still did a little bit of pond fish, but no tournaments. And then met my wife when I was like 21, and dude, never looked back. It's been
Awesome.
incredible. So my dream is
a
the
love
same as
story
everyone's.
in all
Yeah.
aspects. Yeah.
Did you
It
keep,
is.
when you were a kid doing that? Did you keep a log? Like when
I
you were
did.
pond fishing? Yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Keep track of how many fish you caught that year and stuff like that.
Dude, me and my buddy Kyle Rutherford, he passed away. That was our dream. And Russell Jeffers, both my good friends, both passed away, different stages of life. One was recent, one was when we were 20 years old. But we would literally write down how many fish we caught, where we caught them. And I just remember being so intimidated by like going to a lake, right? Like, man, a big lake. I don't know if I can catch one. And then we finally got dropped in at Oroville. And then, man, we caught 2 today. And then we caught 8, and then all of a sudden we figured it out, and we would write that down. And dude, that was so awesome. And I'll tell you what, so many kids grow up with that, and you just need that little bit of a chance to break in and make it, and that hard work and dedication. But I always say, what a cool thing to do is to be a bass fisherman now, especially. I mean, and dude, just you're in the outdoors, you're not playing video games. It is, dude, it's the best. Like, it's so exciting. You get such a high from it. I mean, it's really cool.
And see, everything that he just talked about right there, Bass Galaxy, is why we do this. It's the love.
Yep.
I mean, that's the passion. All right.
Yes.
None of the BS, none of the drama, none of the schoolgirl stuff matters.
It's that little
No.
tick.
All that
Tick.
matters, yeah. It's that thrill.
Think
Yep.
It's you and Bullet watching Bassmaster. It's you and Bullet walking around. the pond.
100%.
We all have that, right? We asked Bassmaster Classic champion Easton Fothergill last week. We said, to solve this, there's a lot of negative demeanor in bass fishing these days. We asked, does it get to you? And he said, yeah, you just can't turn on the internet all the time.
Yeah.
He goes, and I agree with him. And that's what it is. It's happiness, and it's the pursuit of a fish that we love.
Yeah, you can find me even on a bad day, right? Even my worst finish this year was at Lake Fork, had 11 pounds the second day. At Lake Fork, had 20 something the first day, 11, and bomb, finished in the 70s. And I'm still got a great mood, or in a great mood. And it's really because my dad, he's been such a great father, so supportive. He didn't support me with, I'm gonna buy you trucks and boats. It was like, I'm gonna support you with love and let you chase your dreams, but you're gonna have to work for it. But he always told me, no matter what happens, if you have a terribly bad day, it rained all day, you didn't catch a bass, remember why you started doing this, because you love it. And so I always think about that. I'm like, even on the worst day, I'm a competitive person, but if you have a bad day, hey, it's not that bad. You did this, you started doing this because you really loved it. So I always think about that, and changes your perspective. And even with some of the internet hate and stuff, dude, it's still bass fishing, and we all love it. And I started it because I loved it.
And you've never been involved in any of that. You've literally never been involved in any of the BS. You just, you're like you, Palaniuk. I can't remember you guys ever saying anything about it.
No,
I bringing it up like.
And even a lot of the hate, even a lot of the haters, they're passionate in their opinion because they love bass fishing too, even though they might be a little out there. Like they love bass fishing too.
Yeah,
they're usually saying I don't like doing it that way or whatever, but they do love bass fishing.
I get it, but the thing is, they got to remember what Cody just talked about.
Right.
I mean, that draw on that situation.
Yeah, forget about
it's
all
like
that. Go bass fishing.
Take a breather before you go off. You know what I mean? Goose fraba.
I'm not backing up the haters. I'm just saying.
No, I know you're
the
not.
Passion. Anything passionate to do with bass fishing is. I like to look at the bright side of it.
I get it.
For sure.
At least they are passionate about it.
Hey,
they're passionate. They love it.
Cody,
Right.
who formed you as a bass angler? Which professional angler formed you, Cody Meyer, And
Aaron Martins,
Aaron Martins,
without a doubt. So Aaron, I grew up in Northern California. So guys like Mike Reynolds and you know, I traveled with Mike Reynolds 2 years on the FLW tour, dude. It was, bro.
He
We
always
could
brought
do
a smile to my face. That
he
guy.
had the military rap.
Yes,
He did.
Air Force, Air
Bigger
Force,
dude,
Marine
blonde hair.
Corps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Visor. Yeah.
And this was probably 2013, 14, somewhere around there. And he literally was still flipping clear blue strand. Remember that clear blue strand?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
some on the
Mike.
shelf right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
rubber band.
you talk about old school. And I really liked his approach to just like he kept it so simple. He had some tubes, he had some spinner baits, some square bills, green pumpkin, black and blue, stuff like that. So I've always liked that. But Aaron Martins, 100%. I remember 16 years old, watching Aaron Martins at Lake Shasta and then Lake Oroville and these Bassmaster Opens, and I'm like, dude, that's the guy. Like, he's quirky, but he gave me the time of the day to talk to me. You know, I went up to him, asked him for an autograph, a picture, whatever it was, and he actually talked to me. And at the time, he was a big deal on the West Coast. You know, it's like him and John Murray and Gary
You
Dobbins.
probably had to tell Aaron, I gotta go, Aaron. That's how great Aaron was, for real.
Yes. And then I tried to, you know, I love some of the flipping guys and stuff like that, the Denny Browers, just because Clear Lake and the Delta and Robert Lee and Frog Fisherman and
Of course, D. Thomas.
D. Thomas. I fish against D a bunch, but really Aaron was like, something drew me to Aaron. Maybe it was him too, just a personality that I really try to model my game off him, you know, fishing wise and finesse fishing. And even though I love the frog and flip and punch and swim bait, but it was really Aaron. And then later on, what was great is I have no regrets with Bass Pro Tour, because heck, 2 years I traveled next to him every tournament and really got to spend a lot of great time with him. And what an awesome dude he was. But that was for sure my idol growing up.
That's awesome, man. And I remember you telling that story on the Behind the Tank show when it was Aaron's birthday on I believe it was during one of the last events of the year, right?
Yeah.
And you just you told us about the time that he spent time with you when you were a kid, and it really put you on track. You know?
It did. It did. There were several guys, Mark Ritz and several guys that I wanted to talk to. And I just remember Aaron being so nice and so awesome and cool. And so I've always tried to be that guy too. Like, all these kids have these dreams. If anyone ever come up to me, I've always been really approachable, and I'm not that guy that turns people away. And I got that from Aaron for sure. And it's funny, you mentioned Easton. So Easton, when we were battling for Angler of the Year, like, dude, I couldn't beat him. I mean, every tournament he was whooping me. And I remember coming up to him. It was probably the 5th or 6th event. And at that point, it was like, all right, if one of us doesn't mess up, we're both going to hopefully get into the elites, cruise down this path. And I'm like, hey, Cody Meyer, really good to meet you. He's like, dude, I've met you before. And I'm like, oh, really? And I said, oh, that's cool. Where'd we meet at? And he goes, I met you. It was, remember Major League Fishing had these, the Cup Series. They call it the World Championship.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there was one in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I was fishing it. And he goes, dude, I met you at that, and I got a photo with you. And he had a picture and everything. He didn't have it there, but that's what he said. And Van Dam he met. But he goes, dude, you were really nice and respectful. And his father, after the Angler of the Year thing, said the same thing. Dude, you were awesome. And I thought, man, dude, who would have ever in a million years thought I would have met Easton Fothergill? And then years go by. Here we are battling out for Angler of the Year, and then he's a classic champ. Dude, I should have got his autograph back then, right?
I mean, if you wouldn't have been so nice, he might have quit bass fishing.
Yeah.
And I know what.
And I said, well, bro, how old were you there? Because I was thinking, man, that was like not that long ago. He goes, I was in the 8th grade. I'm like, oh, dude.
You've
I was
been
in
at
the
this
8th
game
grade.
for 2 decades, old son. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, but you just literally don't know. So Aaron Martins was that guy to me. And then maybe I was that guy to Easton. I'm
You
not
are,
going to take
and not
credit for
only
it.
Easton, but countless other people out
Yeah.
there. And dig this, you know this as well. Loberg, the Burgazoid, Andrew Loberg.
Loberg.
He
Yep.
tells a story about going to see you at, I think, a bait and tackle store or some marine dealer, and
Yep.
he was like, you set his path, like you
Yes.
know, you were the California dreamer. You know what I mean?
Yes. So funny. I can seriously remember his face. It was at CNC Marine, and it was pretty young in my career, but I decided to take that jump, fish on tour. And I remember Loberg in the front seat with like a notepad, right? And he's taking down notes. And he's looking at me, in the eye. And my dad always told me, like, when you shake someone's hand, you look them in the eye, and
Exactly,
Oh,
100%.
and so I remember him looking me in my eye and taking notes and then staying afterwards. He might have been like 10 years old and just drilled me. And dude, what an awesome kid. And then to see him come up. And then again, we both made the Elite Series on the same year, Andrew Loberg and I. So
That's
that was really
amazing.
cool. So hopefully,
And Fothergill, like, oh, full circle, bro.
I know.
Full circle.
And someone also said in that,
Way to go, Sensei.
yeah, Sensei. They said, hey, the opens, the qualifiers for the Elite Series next year, the average age is like 24. Man, you really screwed it up, dude. You being 41 threw the whole balance off.
You
It would
X
have been like,
factored it. You're the variable.
Yep.
yeah. So no, but that's cool, and I'm glad I can give back in a way, I guess, because the guys that allowed me to make this my career, and guys like Aaron and stuff like that.
It's really cool, dude. I mean, if you think about it, the impact that, you're getting to hear stories now as your career progresses, Cody,
Yeah.
from greats like future greats, great fishermen right now, Andrew Loberg, Bassmaster Classic champion, Easton Fothergill. The
Yeah.
amount of people that are out there that your career is impacted is immense, and you need to be proud of that. I mean,
Yeah,
for real.
definitely.
For real, it's a big deal. Hey, if you're just tuning in and you want to ask Cody some questions, get them in on the chat board right now. Rockin' Shoal Fantasy, J.R. Ewing, he's running our chat board, and he's going to get the questions to Ryan and I, and we'll get them to Cody. Also, if you have not liked and shared this live Facebook feed, it's your chance for party favors. This is the party spot in the Bass Galaxy. Of course, Cody knows that. I could tell by the grimace on his face right there.
Oh, yeah.
And Cody, I hope you liked and shared, because you get a chance to win a tin cup whiskey box of goodness to your door. That's one of the likes and shares. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the other one is a Cody Meyer prize pack. This is a hand-picked Bass and Weaponry Sorcery Halloween pack from Cody Meyer. Happy Halloween, Cody Meyer.
Happy Halloween,
What are you
guys.
going to give away to the Bass Galaxy?
So I was thinking about it, and this is something I'm super proud of. So Cypher Fishing right here. This is jig heads, drop shot weights, nail weights that I helped design, and really proud of this stuff.
Nice.
Really cool stuff. So Cypher Fishing right here. You guys can check them out. Tungsten stuff. Yeah. So like the nail weight, goes into any plastic. They are unbelievable scoping heads. We designed it from the ground up with being balanced. We have an elite scoper head too that I don't have right here, but the size of the eye, the gap of the hook, the way it sets. So I'm going to give out.
That looks good. That's a good looking gap.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Good gap. Hooks them really good. So Cypher Fishing, I'm going to give you guys that stuff. Also,
cool.
I got something cool from Tackle Warehouse. It's a hat. It's a Tackle Warehouse gift card. I'm going to throw in my favorite. Yeah. The favorite Yamamoto Senkos and 2 of my favorite Evergreen jackhammers. So good little pack.
Hang on. I'm sharing the live feed.
That's a hell of a prize pack right there. Like and share the live Facebook feed. We're going to put your name in a randomizer, and at the end of the show, when Cody's going to announce your name. Boom. Pretty easy. Pretty easy deal right there. Speaking of qualifying, and speaking of Yamamoto Senkos, and speaking of the ever so popular Jackie Hammer right there, that's how you got into the elites. I mean, in a world of technology, Cody Meyer, not saying he didn't use some FFS to find a nice little area or check a dock or whatever, but you kept it simple, dude.
I did.
A
You know,
Yamamoto Senko and a gosh dang bladed jig.
yep.
Wow.
Dude, I literally made the Bassmaster Elite Series 5-inch Yamamoto Senko. My favorite color all time is 330. Green pumpkin, purple copper. I would throw it everywhere. Spotted bass, smallmouth, largemouth. Through that, I threw a green pumpkin evergreen jackhammer with the green pumpkin Zaco, or the white and chartreuse jackhammer with the white Zaco. And Pat, that's every single tournament, even on Lake St. Clair, smallmouth beatdown, I weighed in fish on those baits. And most of the time, that's the only bait I weighed a fish in. So out of 7 of the 9, all 10, 15, whatever, however many I weighed in that tournament, that's what they came on. So just a crazy deal.
Cody, sorry, with the Senko, what was primarily like? How were you throwing it?
Yeah, give us the breakdown. Your tackle, your setup, please. We want to know.
Yeah. So the Senko, I threw this little Cypher nail weight. That's when we really started designing this. So a lot of Nico rig stuff. You know, that's been something I can remember throwing in high school. Learned about the Nico rig. Spent thousands of hours literally throwing this.
Hold on a second. It's Nico, but it's, you say Zecco? Wait.
This is Zaco. Is a trailer.
Zaco.
A Zaco.
Zaco.
Yeah, but is that Zeko?
It's Zako.
Oh, there's an A.
We've been saying Zaco.
Oh, see, I always thought it was a Zaco because we're from Chicago, so we say stuff.
We use a hard A. It's a hard A.
It's a Zaco. You
Zaco.
know, over by there. Our Bears are behind 8 ball again, but we still got hope. You know what I mean?
You guys won 4 straight there a little bit ago.
4 tree, not bad. 4 tree, not bad for the Bears. Anyway, sorry, Cody, back to
the it's like Brent Ayler saying Yamamoto, and I say Yamamoto.
Oh, that's very Chicago too.
I love Brent Ayler, by the way. We should get Brent back on the show. He's getting very Gandalfy. Did you notice that? And he's very hobbity now in his progressing. And I say that I like the Hobbit. I like.
So he says Yamamoto. I say Yamamoto. I asked Gary Yamamoto one time, "Hey, how do you say your last name?" Yamamoto. I'm like, so where's Brent come up with this? No idea, Cody. I'm like,
that's awesome. That's how you say Yamamoto's.
Yeah. So basically what I did is Nico rigged. I call it nail weight. I shoved this in the end of the Senko here.
Okay.
Nico rigged. So this total pure tungsten, the sound of it, it's amazing. That, and then just a weightless wacky rig. So
what's the hook?
I throw a little owner sniper finesse hook and then an owner jungle hook. Gotcha. So a little jungle weedless hook. So I skipped that thing around. One thing I noticed with the opens was the amount of guys fishing, the amount of pressure. The biggest thing, and plus we had 5 days of practice, or 4.5 days, which is an unbelievable amount. But all the obvious stuff was done, right? So I could literally go down the bank in the tournament, run down, I'm driving down the lake in the tournament and be like, dude, that is the ugliest looking stretch. I would never fish that. And I'd go fish it and catch bass on it. and
do nothing bank.
Nothing bank. And those fish were forced over there because there were so many guys. And I chatterbaited with the jackhammer, threw a wacky rig Senko, either weightless or Nico rigged, and smashed them. And the best story of the whole year to me was at Leech Lake, right? There's some giant smallmouth in there, and there's huge boulders out in the middle of the lake, and everyone's out there scoping the boulders. And I did it the first day because I caught a couple big ones in practice, and I love the Garmin Live Scope stuff. But I was out there and I'm like, dude, I cannot get a bite. And so I went up on the bank, I frogged one, I jackhammered 2, and then I Senko'd 2. And that was my fish. But at the end of the day, there's this place called Stony Point, and it was, so crowded. Pat, there must have been 50 boats out there scoping these
like Biwa.
Yes. And I thought, oh my gosh, dude, there's no way those fish are going to get caught. So I went up on the bank, and I remember throwing a little tube up on the bank, and I snagged it. And it was probably a foot and a half deep. And I go up on the bank, and I'm trying to pop the tube out. And I look down, and there was 20 bass smallmouth between 3.5 and 5 pounds sitting there staring at the tube. And I'm like, oh
Having a
my
watch
gosh.
party. Yeah.
Yes.
Having a watch.
And so I got it off. I started there the next day. I rigged up the jackhammer on 25-pound fluorocarbon because
Oh,
I knew
yeah.
I was going to throw it
Oh,
in
yeah.
a foot to 2 feet of water. And the first bite I had was on that exact spot, and it was a 5-pound, 8-ounce smallmouth.
Yes.
And dude, I had almost 25 pounds. I had 24 something pounds of smallmouth, and I culled probably 3 20-pound limits of smallmouth. And I will never forget. I kept looking out at these guys, all the guys scoping those boulders, as I'm balance beaming 4-pound smallmouth all day, and nobody saw me. And then after that was done, I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna drive around the lake, and anywhere I saw more than like a cluster of 10 guys, I would go up on the bank and go back to culling.
That's awesome. That's
And
awesome.
so the bottom line of it is I feel like that was a forgotten about technique last year in the opens,
Yeah.
and everybody was so caught up with doing that I went to those same areas, but just went on the bank. Like those fish swam up on the bank to hide from everybody, and it was old school, and I smashed them almost
That's an awesome
everywhere.
way to catch those brown ones too on the chatter. Remember, Fighter did that too with AOY year.
Yep.
Remember?
Yes, I remember that.
He went back to every I was on
Yeah.
St. Lawrence.
Yeah.
when he pitched AOY, he went back in shallow and smashed them on the jackhammer.
Yeah, it is. It was so fun, and that was when I was like, man, you try to overthink it, and I literally just went and looked for the crowds, went on the bank, and I had the so much fun. And then, what's it called? I remember going to Martin Lake, catching them shallow,
Yeah, when they
chatterbait.
changed it on you.
Yes, and
in
never.
EQs, weren't you were all piped up for Hartwell?
Yes, I went to Hartwell, and I spent like 3 days and idled and marked every single thing I could have. And then on the last one, I'm like, dude, I'm just going to go down the bank, and did the same thing. And Ouachita did it, and Florida did it, just really everywhere. So I'm telling you, I did it, made the Elite Series, chatterbait, Yamamoto Cinco, and it was, I don't want to say it was easy because it was stressful,
Well,
but
that was not easy.
I got to go back just a little bit here. 2 things. The Senko, the Nico Senko thing. The thing forever that you hear about Senkos is the reason they're so good is because they get the good shimmy on the fall. When you Nico it, there's no shimmy.
No.
So what?
No.
What's it? Is it when it's on the bottom with that weight standing up and you're shaking it? Is it the shimmy then, or what? What's making them eat that thing just laying there on the bottom?
So I think a couple things. You do get a shimmy, but not the same, but it's the profile. You know, the bass just love that, that profile of a Senko. And what's cool about when you're Nico rigging it, like I have the little cipher nail weight in the head here. So I always hook when I'm Nico rigging up higher than directly in the middle. A lot of guys go directly in the middle. I always hook it up higher above this little egg sac. And the reason why is when you pull this thing through the water, that tail whips like really, really good. Where you pull it in the middle back, or in the middle towards the back a little bit more, you don't have as much tail action when you're pulling it. So I always go up a little bit higher, and that tail swims really good. And it literally just goes straight down to the bottom, hits the bottom, and you're shaking it along the bottom and you're pulling it. And I feel like more than anything, it is just the profile of this. It's shorter, it's fat. It's just what bass really seem to like. I mean, I could tell you the story the first time I ever found a Yamamoto Senko, and I'll tell you a couple stories real quick. So the Senko was almost disconnected, or almost discontinued, not disconnected. I'm disconnected there, but almost discontinued.
Yes.
And they had 6 colors of the Yamamoto Senko: a daiquiri, black and blue, green pumpkin, watermelon red, root beer. That might have been 6, or I'm missing one, but red shad, I think.
Okay.
And a guy years ago, they designed the Senko, Yamamoto, Gary. He drew this thing off of a pen. He thought, oh, this would be cool. Make a bait that looks like a pen, right? So he designed it to be a fluke style bait, which obviously didn't work. It looks terrible for that. So they were going to discontinue this bait. A guy in Southern California figured out, dude, I'm throwing this thing weightless. I'm letting it fall. I'm smashing them. And he called up Yamamoto and said, I will buy every single pack of every color you have. I'll buy them all. And the guy's like, all right, I got 6,000 packs. I'll sell you all these if you tell me how you're fishing it. And he told them, and here we are, man. Like the Senko has been amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's everything.
So yeah, that's true story. But the time I found it was in 1999. I was 16-ish years old. I went up to Clear Lake. There was a guy named Bob Higgins, and he had this tackle shop called Limit Out Outdoors. He's passed away now since. And he goes, Cody, this is all you need, man. And I'm like, what do I do with this thing? And he gave me like a root beer, watermelon red, maybe a green pumpkin. You Texas rig a 5-inch Senko on a 5/0 hook, which is too big now. But he goes, you throw it out there, you let it hit the toolies or right around the toolies, and you literally let it sit. Don't do anything. Eat a sandwich, do whatever you want, and you will see your line take off and you'll have a bass on. And about every single cast that day, I caught a bass on a Senko. And I'm like, this is the greatest, easiest bait to fish in the entire world. So I've been throwing it since 1999, man. And I have won more money on that bait than anything. And if I only had one bait, that would be it the rest of my life.
I mean, look where
Right.
it got you. I
One-
mean,
One more thing.
Yeah.
The Nico, I noticed you're using the nail weight with the weight on the outside. Is it just for the sound? Because a lot
It
of guys
is.
are doing an internal weight.
Yep.
You're just
So
doing that click from the tungsten hitting the bottom.
that's what we designed with Cypher. This is a bigger pack, but you could see how this thing goes into the head there, and all the weight is on the outside. So I fished with the owner of Namiki of OSP years ago. We're at Clear Lake. Bro, he smoked me throwing Nico rigs at Clear Lake. And here at the time, I'm throwing lead and I'm throwing it all the way up in, the Senko and worms and, rubble worms, whatever we were throwing back then. And I remember asking him, like, let me see that Senko. And he was throwing some kind of crazy Japanese stuff. And he had a little nail weight hanging out of the bait there. And he says, Cody, click, 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 click as it's hitting the rocks. And I'm like, no way. There's no way it makes that much of a difference. And so I started doing it, and I noticed a tremendous uptick in catching fish. And so when we designed this Cypher nail weight here, that was the main thing I wanted to do. I wanted it tungsten because tungsten is, you get that real high pitched sound when you're hitting rocks. And then when it's hitting the rocks, the whole weight is on the outside of the head here. And so you're getting maximum sound. And I'm telling you, it absolutely is a difference maker for me. And it has been really since that time, early 2000s. And so that's been something I'm always with. And that's why I designed it this way. And
keeps you connected too.
Awesome.
It keeps that feel going.
That clicking sound, like you were talking about getting snagged and seeing all those fish huddled around your bait. I guide full time down here in the south end of Lake Michigan. And clients get snagged all the time in the rocks and go up and pop them out. And that I can't tell you how many times I've seen what you're talking about.
That's
you
the
go up
magic.
to get the snag just because you're popping it and they can hear it. You see 3-4 of them sitting around the bait.
Yep.
Just curious.
Yeah. So
That
people,
sound of the Nico, it all lines up.
yeah, they buy lead and they're like, dude, it doesn't matter. You have lead, you throw it up in the bait. It 100% matters. I mean, I can tell you, growing up there on the West Coast, Orvilles and Shastas, hundreds of guys out there fishing. I'll go right behind them and drag that, and you always outfish them. And so it definitely matters. But yeah, you guys check that out for sure. Cypher.
Do they
here.
make slip sinkers, bullet weights, the whole deal, Cypher?
We do, but we have not marketed those yet. But awesome drop shot weights. We've recessed the clevis in the head there, and then really cool so they don't get as much line twist, and then they don't.
Sure.
snag up as much. And then just the jig heads, like I say, look at the gap of that hook above the eye.
Fantastic.
They roll really good. And when you hook them, the only problem we have with the Cypher is you got to get a pair of pliers because it's hooked really good.
They stick them.
Berries.
Yeah. So
The jackhammer or a variation of a bladed jig is pretty much on the deck of every professional angler at just about every event.
yes.
What makes that such a consistently good bait? I mean, what is it? I mean, we've heard bass fishing heroes tell us that the jig works time and time again because it's non-intimidating. Bass don't remember it as much. Whatever. Da da da. Why do they always eat a jackhammer too? Or
Dude.
what's the deal?
I think the jackhammer is so good. One, because the blade is always hitting the head on the jackhammer, so it makes a different sound. But just the erratic action of that jackhammer, and there's something about that vibration that really triggers those bass, right? Like there's something in that vibration with the lateral line that gets those bass. And I had a guy, a biologist, he told me that sound and that vibration is partially why they eat it so much better, he thinks. I mean, because I've asked about this, and I was asking about certain baits, like a crankbait, like the vibration. There's something in that bait that really triggers those bass to eating. And then I think just the way how you could effectively fish it so well, like you could skip it, comes up over grass really good, just open water. They get a good hookup ratio. I think that's all kind of part of it. But I think that vibration and also the jackhammer, the blade is so thin. Like you could easily, bend that blade. And that's a big deal too. So that thin blade hitting the head, having the right hook in there, that jackhammer, I mean, somebody would be lying that fishes the elites, BPT, everybody. They all have them in their boat. You have to because it's the best chatterbait that's ever been made. And it's still, still big tournaments are always, guys finish really high on it.
Tell me about this. Now, is there a different evergreen jackhammer in Japan than America? Is there like a tungsten one and then a lead one?
There is, but
yeah, what's the difference?
So I'll tell you, I asked Brett Height, like, hey, is there a tungsten jackhammer in Japan? He's like, yeah. He's like, bro, you really don't need it. I'm like, come on. And like tungsten, everything is better.
That's what I'm thinking.
So I have a bunch there. If I didn't have this pile of stuff, I would go get you it. And let's see. Yeah, I was going to say if it was close, you know what? Hold that thought. I'll show you the difference.
Okay. And you could still hear me, right?
I can still hear you.
Okay,
yes.
So I got to tell you my experience with it. An Elite Series angler that I shared a boat with this year with Bassmaster, gave me one of the tungsten ones.
Yeah.
Now I don't know. Like I was like, man, okay. And I'm beaming with confidence with this deal because I got it from an Elite Series angler, right?
Yeah.
And I went out and I'm throwing it. And I caught like 3 good ones, like right away, like 3 good ones. And then a pike took it from me. That's all I know. Oh, you got a couple of them. Now he's just showing off. Let's see. What do you got there, Code?
So
I
got a bunch.
Subtle request. Yeah. Hey, send me some.
This is my OCD right here. So I take
you and Aaron.
Yeah. This is something I learned from Aaron. But here's the jackhammer box, the tungsten, right there. You can see it.
Okay.
But so the difference is, and I will tell you is,
tell us true. Tell us straight up.
I'm going to tell you straight up. There is no difference in the head.
Okay.
It is not smaller. It is a tungsten resin. And the reason they make it in Japan is you cannot throw lead. So guys can't go and buy lead. You notice how much, there's a lot of tournaments. I don't know if you can see that little F on there.
Okay. Yeah.
So that is for Japan. So there is a little bit different sound, which it will help because it's hitting the tungsten, the blade. But all in all, I didn't even carry that box with me in 24 or this year. Like,
interesting.
Just a regular jackhammer to me is the deal. So
Tell you what, in Alabama, I'm going to borrow that box from you when I see you
you
at the
can,
first event, okay?
I'll let you go through this thing
Can I
because
rub
By the way, that little red hook protector on there
yes,
works fantastic.
Fan-
On other baits for
Yeah.
practicing.
Oh,
If you don't want
yes.
to hook
you
them
can
in
take it off
practice,
appropriately.
that's what I use
So-
all those for. I have like a whole box full of those little things that I use them for practice.
Yeah, you can also just get like a really small shrink wrap and just
Yeah.
customize it. But yeah, so that's the difference with the tungsten. It's the same head size. It's a tungsten resin. You have to really throw it in Japan. But Pat, I got you.
I get it.
I got all kinds of colors here for you.
I know a guy.
You
Hey,
know, guy.
are you always on that
We'll get you
straight
an address for
Are
that
you always
box
on the
to
straight
send.
tail? Yeah, thanks. On the Zacco. Are you always on a straight tail with the chatterbait?
I am. Yep, I am.
Let's see.
I've tried everything and totally that's what I have confidence in. And then, so once Yamamoto came out with that, Brett Hyde, I'm like, dude, good enough for me. Now they have a smaller one too. So a 3.5 and a 4-inch,
Yeah,
but
I'm throwing I was smashing them forever on that little Lake Fork trailer.
yeah, yeah,
And then
3.5.
yeah, that little magic shad.
Yep.
And then because I was originally throwing the Zaco, but that was when they only had the big one, the first
Yeah.
time that they had it out. Then I was throwing the magic shad, and then Berkeley came out with the Stinger. I'm throwing that one now. And it seems that smaller size helps that bait juke or hunt. Do you agree
It
with
does.
that?
Oh yeah.
1,000%. And one thing that when I remember somebody asked me, like, how do you work the chatterbait? My rod tip. So I'm not just reeling it and just straight retrieve. Like I am constantly, like fluttering that thing. And so you're reeling it and you're
Yeah.
constantly making that
Drop
thing
it, you
go.
drop it. It's real.
Yeah. So I mean it's going and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
you want to make that erratic. So those fish, I have noticed so many times, like with the West Coast fish, you'll have these bass that eat these trout. And when the trout come from deep and they come up shallow, and all of a sudden they're kind of running out of real estate, those bass will react and they'll rush up and they'll eat them, because they're running out of real estate. They're going to pin that trout, whatever they are. But if they go from deep way out to shallow, they're going to go, you know what? We're going to take our time. We're going to follow it for 100
Yeah.
yards.
They make
So
it for a while.
Yeah. So I try to do the same thing with the jackhammer. Like really, you're winding that thing and you're popping it and your rod tip, it's not jerk bait fishing, but you're, as you're,
Oh,
as
I
you're
get it. Sure. Yeah. And one of the greatest things I ever learned for fishing a bladed jig is from John Cox. He drops that thing a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, just stop and
Yep.
then pick it back up.
Yeah.
And it really jukes then. And a lot of it's like one of the most exciting bites in bass fishing to me. And some people are gonna say, oh, this is boring. But I like when you're throwing that bladed jig and it's just the slow bite, the slide.
Yeah, the push.
Yeah.
Like, oh, and it loads up, because a lot of times when they're tonking it, you miss them.
You miss them.
On that slow bite.
Yeah, like the
Oh,
bigger ones too. Just
Yeah.
it's just like
oh yeah.
feels
that-
like you snagged fishing line.
it's
for a second.
great. Yeah, just
I-
that slow bite.
I love winding that thing and then it just goes slack. And you're like,
Loose.
oh,
Oh, there you. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
In the throat. Hey,
Yes.
you mentioned trout, and trout are a big part of your enjoyment of bass fishing, let's say in the off season. And I don't mean necessarily trout fishing. Of course, you've done your share of that as a child, but
yeah.
what I'm talking about is the pursuit of the 10-pound trifecta. And
Yeah.
that is a 10-pound bucket hit, a 10-pound small jaw, and a 10-pound spot. And as you all know in the Bass Galaxy out there, Cody Meyer was a world record holder for the spotted bass.
Yes.
I mean, old. In fact, we named that spotted bass. You came on the show the day after you caught that fish in 2016,
The
maybe.
Choo-
Yeah.
2016. Yeah.
Choo Choo Snoogan Fatty Magoo. It was officially named on this show right here.
Yes.
And it's kind of a talk about full circle. Let's bring it back a minute here.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Nail weighted Senko, 5 inch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
talk to me. All right. There's the deal. trout eaters.
Yeah.
How do you say that? How do you say that type of trout? I don't want to screw it up. How do you kokanee?
Yeah, it's definitely not a cockney.
Yeah.
No, it's a kokanee.
Different
So
thing.
Yeah.
the
Those are British
kokanee,
people.
they're
Yes.
they're British.
Yes. Those are the
puppy
cockanees.
Yeah.
Britishes.
No, so the kokanee is actually a landlocked salmon. So they're a salmon, same thing, right? But the Western lakes, we got trout and we have kokanee, and if you have a combination of both, you get monster bass. And so yeah, I love it. Go ahead. Sorry.
So again, full circle.
Yeah.
The 5-inch Senko. Okay.
Mhm.
And Ryan and I were reminiscing about this episode actually. So you caught this 10-pound what? 14?
It was a 1080 spotted bass.
Okay.
And then I've caught not a lot, but quite a few 10-pound largemouth. And I want to catch a 10-pound smallmouth. I think obviously that's the toughest.
You're gonna. I mean, and you'll probably be one of the if not the only professional angler or only angler ever to do so. But here's what we got to talk about.
Yeah.
First off, basically the 5-inch Senko again with the nail weight, right? Or the okay, and that's what you caught Choo Choo Snoog and Fatty Magoo on.
Yep.
But Ryan was like, "Hey, Pat, remember that was 2016, and you're telling the story. Cody was telling the story. He's like, yeah, I was watching my Senko go down." And it didn't even click at the time.
Yeah,
and we went right onto it. Tell me about the color of the Senko.
Telling us about
Panoptics.
About Panoptics.
Yeah.
And I remember it distinctly.
And he didn't want to say it because that was his sneak.
We had no idea what the hell you were talking about. Because I mean, it was the first version that was really new at that time, right? Like
it was
a year or so.
It was like really new. Like I got it that fall, and it was the transducer is about that big, and it shot out about 40 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were so you're like, you told it, like Pat just said, you're like, I watched my Senko go down, I watched that fish come over and eat it. Yeah. And then we're like, oh, cool. What kind of hook were you using on your Senko?
Yeah, it's like it didn't even register because we didn't even know about that kind of deal. It was like, well, he's obviously not talking about his Vexlar flasher unit. You know,
I have in my life is not asking more questions about that and then going and buying
same thing.
Right
we screwed up when Christy won the classic when we interviewed him. And
same thing,
same deal. And St. Clair, same thing.
Yeah.
But
I'll never forget. It was 2016, and those big spots, just like these smallmouth, they always live suspended, right? Like they'll move up on these points. When they want to feed, they'll eat once a day, maybe, who knows? But that point is a point where I always caught a lot of big ones. And I remember seeing that big old giant blob on that Panoptics. I mean, it was huge. And I threw my Senko over there, and I was so new to it too. Like I didn't know. And I remember the fish was down in about 20 foot. The bottom, the depth of the bottom was well over 100. Like I didn't even see the bottom. So I was just looking at that upper part of the water column, and that's how we fished a lot of those spots back in the day. We would throw out that nail weighted Senko, and it'd be slowly falling down, shake it a couple times, and it'd be going down, and you let it fall to about 40 feet, and you reeled in and do it again. And those big spots would be cruising around, and all of a sudden they would see it and they'd rush over and eat it. And but I remember seeing that big thing, and that day I was with J.R. Wright, my best friend.
Yeah.
We went out there to get some photos actually for Tackle Warehouse. And the first point I pulled up onto, I caught like a 665 and an 825. And I'm like, sweet, we're done. And then we go and we fish, and JR's biggest spot at the time was like 5 pounds. He caught a 749.
Yeah.
And then I caught that 1080. And as I'm on the phone with Tim Little from Tactical Bass, and I went to high school with him.
Okay.
I'm on the phone, and this is the old flip phone, I'm sure back then. No, it might have been an iPhone. But I'm on the phone with Tim, and I'm like, dude, I just caught this spot. We waited on the boat, it weighed 11 pounds. And at the time, Tim had the California record. There had been like a high 10 something caught, never certified though, right? Like you can't wait on the boat and have it be certified, and you need, of course, a certified scale. True. So I told him, I said, dude, I caught a 11-pound spot, or it's close to it. It says 11. And as I'm doing that, I remember seeing a bunch of kokanee and stuff, and I throw that Senko back out there, and it's sinking, and I caught an 835. And
On the front.
yeah, I hooked it. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude.
Go for Cody.
Yeah, let me hand JR this phone here, and I'm gonna battle this, because at the time I'm like, dude, it might be another 10-pounder. So we had
Unbelievable.
biggest bag I've ever had, 41.76, I think it was, and
That's spotted bass.
That's
yeah,
nuts.
all spotted bass.
Fishing now? How's that?
Terrible.
Is it?
Terrible. So what that was, California, they like Idaho, those kokanee they can reproduce. California, they would plant sterile kokanee for whatever reason, and now, I mean, there's still some big ones in there, but that was like a class of fish that you saw on this uphill climb. I mean, years prior, you'd go out there and catch a ton of 3-pounders, 53
Gotcha.
pounders.
Typical
Next
spot.
year, 44-pounders, and then 10 5-pounders. And then it got down, the numbers went way down, but the size went way up. And the reason that kind of died off, it was an age class. And then, unfortunately, a lot of those big spots you caught like in 30 to 80 feet of water. And so they're air bladders, they're in the live
Yeah.
well if you want to get a photo. And I think, you know, just a lot of them got killed and died off. So that kind of sucked. But dude, what an awesome deal. And now that I live in Idaho, there's bunch of big smallmouth all over the place. Where
I
Paul
read about
lives.
that. I read
Yeah.
about that. You know, so I want everybody to know that Cody Meyer is super smart. He's not only a bass fisherman, but he's super smart too. He writes articles. He's an author. Yeah. I actually read an article. He's a contributor to Bassmaster, and I read an article by you today. Good
Yeah.
job, Code.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm being
Yeah.
serious. He talked about the whole Fatty Magoo episode, and then brought it to your Idaho home right now.
Yeah.
Where you're chasing 10-pound smallmouth. And
Yes.
they're behaving just like your old friends at Bullard's Bar.
Yes, they are. There's several lakes that got giant ones, you know, up by where Paul Nick lives, and there's kokanee, there's giant ones. They act the same. The problem is getting a 10-pounder is going to be hard. I've caught a 9-pound smallmouth though. So right now I got a 9-pound smallmouth, spot over 10, largemouth over 10. I got it, you know. So if I could get to 10 pounds, which is like making the Elite Series a pipe dream, but you never know. Maybe we could do it.
You did it. You got your 5-inch Senko. Don't
Wait, you said you got a 9-pound smallmouth?
Yeah, he does.
I have, so the biggest smallmouth I've caught in my life is 903. So I got a 9-pound smallmouth.
If you can get a 9, you can get a 10.
You old sailor, you. Yeah. I mean, that's the deal right there. And
That's one gorge.
And
One
what's
big
pretty cool,
gorge.
this shows you how Cody Meyer is a chameleon of bassing. He can adapt. All right. So here's what he does. Now I love the article, and I'm gonna paraphrase or whatever. If you have not read it, go to bassmaster.com. Cody has an article on chasing 10-pound smallmouth, and it's really cool. But what I got from that was, here's the deal. You go out with a bud. I think it was the first time you said in 22 or something. And he's fishing for these small jaws in traditional Billy Westmoreland fashion, fishing bluff banks and you know, things like that. And Cody's like, man, these lakes look familiar. They remind me a lot of the lakes that I was catching these giant spotted bass on long tapering points, waiting for the cockney salmon to come up and get munched.
Those British salmon.
Yeah, those British salmon that are all over Idaho as well.
Cockneys.
They're in California or in Idaho. The cockneys are everywhere now. I don't know what to do about them. But anyway, they applied the same way. The bass were relating the same way to these kokanees.
Kokanees.
Yeah, it's kokanees. Let's get the correct thing going now.
The cockneys, yeah.
Oh, whatever. It's spun that way. They're British.
Yeah, it's better. Let's say the cockneys.
They really are.
The cockneys.
Hello, mate. I'm about to get chunked by a giant smallmouth. Or is that
Okay,
that was
so
Carl?
cockneys.
Glory.
Yeah.
I
Good
don't
egg,
know.
mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
The
anyway,
guava.
so you figured it out. You're like, hey, bro, let's go check out these long tapering points. I'll bet there's some big smallmouth waiting to eat these kokanee salmon.
Yeah.
And sure enough, start smashing bigs on a 5-inch Senko.
5 inch Yamamoto Senko.
I'll figure
I swear it's crazy. So that was the first bass, first day, really of like my trophy smallmouth Idaho experience, and I caught a 9-pounder. So I don't really know where you go from there, but really, really cool, man. I don't know. Yeah.
I hope
so
you do
hopefully I can get a
catch it.
10 now.
Follow his journey, and I hope to see more articles from you. For real, that was
Yes.
good. Good job, Code.
Thank you. Thank
No,
you.
you really did. It was a good article. Damn proud of you. Come a long way, Code. You know what I mean?
I like it.
You and Bullet would be proud of you.
Bullet, thank you. Yeah. Long ways. I know. It's crazy how fast time is gone too.
Hey, Cody Meyer is part of bass fishing history, not only for his own prowess in capturing bass, but also he named one of the most iconic anglers, or gave one of the most iconic anglers of all time his nickname. And you all know he's the president of the Bass Galaxy, JMFW Worldwide.
Yeah.
And you actually named James Mofo Watson.
I did. I don't know how I did, but we were sitting around. I don't even remember where I was at. And I just said it. I said, James.
No, I know you. You want me to refresh your memory?
No. Oh yeah. Yeah. Go
you
for
were
it.
in the back of some cove or something. You were on the water and you ran into the cat.
Yeah. And I just called it out. And I don't even know why. And he went, damn, I like that. Can I use that? I'm like, of course. I don't trademark the names I give people.
So here's the big question. How much did you make off that?
None.
I mean,
Zero.
He's raking it in, that kid.
Dude,
merch going out the door.
You know what I got from James? I got a hug and a handshake is all I got.
Wow.
I know. Good friend, though. Good friend. You know, one time, I'll tell you, it was so fun. The BPT, it was the first year. We had a Table Rock event, and then we were going to go to Grand Lake the next week, and I got canceled. We went back to Table Rock, and I remember hanging out with him all week. And dude, that guy is like a rock star. I mean, he lives a crazy life, but he's settling down now. But yeah, he's
settling down. Him and Swindle only get in fights with people on vacation sometimes now.
Yeah,
That's all. Just sometimes he gets in brawls.
Black guys once every 2 years. Yeah.
You also made history by taking advice from a marshal on your first ever Bassmaster Elite Series. It was highly illegal. You did it. You took advice from a marshal. We called Lisa. It was okay. Could you please give that tip of the week now that marshal gave you on how to catch bass during a derby?
He did. So this marshal, we were in like a lull, right? I think we had a couple bass and we were struggling. And I'm like, dude, I got to step up my game and catch one. And this marshal says, dude, I think you need to hold your mouth a different way. Or how did he say it?
I think
holding your mouth wrong.
He said, I think was you're holding your mouth wrong. When you shake that Senko, hold your mouth different.
Hold your mouth different.
Yeah, and then what'd you do?
So I literally was like, okay, here we go. And I went, donk. And I caught one.
Went to the picnic, 3-pounder. Right.
Yeah. So that marshal was Pat, and he says, hold your mouth the other way. And I held it and just donk. And so the rest of the day, you saw me, and I was like, I was mouth breathing, trying to catch one.
Yeah. It was a pattern. It did not become a pattern.
It did not become a pattern, but I swear he said it. I did it. It went dunk, and I set the hook, and we weighed that bass in.
You guys all ready for Halloween? You got the kids all hyped up? Are you dressing up? You and the missus, Code?
Yep. So going back to my wife and I have been married next year for 20 years. So every year we dress up. And no different. I'm not going to spoil my wife.
Jack Sparrow. I've seen you.
Yeah. So we got a beauty coming in a couple days. So we're going to dress up, and you guys got to make sure you guys follow and see this. I'll send
it on the gram.
Yeah. So I'm actually a little embarrassed on this one, but well, it's something that it's a movie that I've actually never even seen, but we're gonna watch it before it comes out. So when you see it, you're gonna be
Are
like,
you the
"You've
girl
never
from
seen-"
Frozen? Is that what you?
No, no.
Okay.
I promise you. I
Okay.
promise you, I'm not the girl from Frozen. I'm not Michael Myers. I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a good one. The whole family, including the dog, is dressing up for Halloween.
I like to be scared. I like scary movies. I
Yeah.
really do. How about you? What's a classic horror movie for you, Cody?
Dude, Halloween,
Yeah, I love
100%.
them all. Even the
Like-
Rob Zombie ones are prime too.
Yeah,
Oh, the first
Halloween.
Halloween.
Yeah, the first Halloween is
So-
like Jamie Lee Curtis looks good in that one, and
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, and so you just, dude, every year I don't care about any Halloween movies, but every year this time of the year I have to watch Halloween and I have to watch Jeepers Creepers.
Oh, I
So,
love the first Jeeper Creeper too.
the first one.
Absolutely. Yes,
The-
the first one.
Yeah, the
I've seen
first
them
one.
all, but
You know
I
that first,
have
that
to.
first Halloween was made with like $300,000.
is that it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the budget.
So those are the two for
Tony Starr,
me,
like 30 million.
and the kids. They got to see Hocus Pocus. The kid
course.
level, but
Yeah,
yeah,
everybody loves the Hocus Pocus. All the young ladies. I mean, have anybody seen that Ed Gein thing yet going on
yeah.
the Netflix? Oh
Yeah,
God,
it's brutal.
yeah, don't careful.
That's a little too real.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw
Honestly.
things I shouldn't see. That's too spooky.
I just
for
watched the
Halloween.
Gacy one too. That,
That all that stuff's horrible. I don't know. But I mean, Halloween's a crazy time. Did you used to do crazy stuff when you were a kid at Halloween?
yeah.
Like, yeah, us too. I mean, just
Yeah.
stay out to all hours, come home, then go back out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's when they didn't have today's Halloween hours will be between 5 p.m.
Yeah.
and 6:30 p.m. in this town.
Yeah.
No,
Dude,
it was go
remember-
out.
Smash as
Yeah.
many pumpkins as you can.
Go ahead, Cody.
yeah. I was gonna say Smashing Pumpkins,
Yep.
and you remember the pillowcase full of candy you'd come home with?
100%. Burning a
Over the
cork,
shoulder.
rubbing it on your face. So now
Yep.
you're a hobo. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You're a bum, and now you're out there, and that's my costume, and you got a little handkerchief on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just
Yeah,
real
and then
lump,
Kerchief.
The bad years were when they're like, you are too old to be trick or treating. I'm like, I don't care. I want that candy.
Give me that candy. Yeah. Come on, fork up
it's
the candy.
trick
bitch.
or treat.
You know?
So
Yeah.
bring on the trick or fork up the treat.
Yeah.
Cody, who was your first? I mean, you talked about, you insinuated that Jamie Lee Curtis looked great in the first Halloween. And I know you're a happily married man, but may I ask, who was the first OG celebrity crush? For
Oh
Cody
gosh.
Meyer?
Linda Lovelace. No, I'm kidding. No. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Cartoons not excluded.
Yeah, go anywhere with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
A lot of people say
Seven-
Topanga. I don't know.
See who?
Topanga.
Topanga from Boy Meets World.
You know, I actually can't even think of like a thing. You know, it's funny. My son asked me. He's in 3rd grade. My daughter's in 5th grade, and he says he's coming home with these crushes, right? And he was like,
okay.
crush number 1 was her. Crush number 2 was her. Crush number 3, and he's like, Dad, where was Mom on your crush list? I'm like, well, probably about number 6, bud. You know, just- how do I say this?
Hey now.
But you know, the crush would have to be. You remember that girl from the movie? Man, it was. Don't
Think
tell the
Gum.
mom the babysitter is dead.
Oh,
That
yeah, the
blonde-
blonde haired.
Yeah, she was hot, man. I was into her for sure.
Yeah. You wishing you were.
We're about the same age. What about a Kelly Kapowski or something?
Yeah,
Kelly Bundy.
yeah,
Yeah, Kelly Bundy.
And Kelly
Sure.
Bundy.
Kelly
Yeah.
Bundy.
I
Yeah,
like when Kelly was
she
cold.
did.
Great.
She would definitely be one. Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, crazy.
Oh, it's Christina Applegate. That's the same
Yeah.
from Don't Tell Mom the Baby.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yep.
that's her.
Yeah,
That's
what,
okay.
that's-
See how the brain,
that's
the brain,
Bundy, too.
the David
Yeah.
Blaine clicked right there.
back, you know, in that movie, it was like, you know, we're probably about the same age, and it's like, dude, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
Cody, tomorrow when you're hanging with the kids, you say, "I was thinking about that. Mommy was number 1 on the crush list." That's what. That's what she was. Right there.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Hey,
yeah, number 6. No,
I know
number,
I know you have songs in your head. I could tell that about you. It's like I
Yeah.
think your life may be a soundtrack.
Mhm.
What's a song song lyrics that may describe your bass fishing career? What's a song that describes Cody Meyer?
Well, you're probably not going to see this out of the song. Huge Metallica fan, obviously,
Okay.
like you.
Nice.
Love Pantera back in the day.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. I
Speaking of
mean,
movies.
still do, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I have a song that describes me, to be honest. But those bands are old. Like, dude, I love going to the tournament in the morning and rocking out. Like, not thinking about catching a bass, just drinking coffee, rocking out. Then, a lot of guys want peace and quiet. Like, I just want to like take it away, and then I launch the boat, and then it gets back to bass fishing. But
there it is. And then there's that weird, awkward moment from the launch to the time you catch your first fish.
Yes.
That really messes with your brain.
Yeah.
That's a period of time that we all, even anybody in a derb needs.
You got a
to
favorite
deal with.
Pantera album?
Dude, I like them all.
Song?
I don't know, dude. Just kind of all of them. And same with Metallica. I don't like the new stuff as much, but just
First 4 albums.
yeah. I mean, dude, all that stuff. Like, I didn't get any crazier, really, like super Cannibal Corpse, nothing like that. But just Metallica, Pantera,
Guar.
Yeah, I did not even really Guar, but I mean, dude, it's funny. Like, you don't hear that music anymore.
Yeah.
And you go, like, I went down to my brother-in-law's, and my niece is like, dude, old school, like crazy stuff. I'm like, holy cow! Like, I don't even hear kids listening to this anymore. You hear Soda Pop or something, like some new something. But yeah, that's
newfangled screenagers.
There's a good underground metal scene out there. They're not making it to the top. No commercial success anymore.
Yeah, the last 5 years, I just have it on Pandora. It's just Pantera, and it's like you like your whatever songs come along, and it's like, so it's just a mix of kind of whatever comes up that morning.
I wake up every morning to a track from Vulgar Display of Power. It's my alarm. My fiance it wants to kill me every morning, but Pantera works, man, and it gets me. And then I get to the truck. It connects to the truck. I listen to the whole album on the way to the lake.
Yeah, it's a great one. Hey,
every day.
I remember in the opens, Tristan McCormick. I traveled with him, and he's an awesome guy, dude. He had this song as alarm. It said chicken wing. I don't know exactly how it went, but hot dogs and something. And dude, that thing would go off and you'd hear it across the room and start screaming like, come on, man, shut that thing off. Like, it was the worst alarm clock I've ever heard. And you definitely got up. But chicken wing.
Sounds horrid.
I recommend it. Live in a Hole is the track I wake up to. That's a good alarm. Good intro. Gets you going.
Nice.
Gets you going
for the day. It's your coffee right there.
Yeah.
The hey Cody, you been at this 20 years, dude. 20 years. What was the first sponsor check you ever got?
Pal Rods and Jackal Lures the same year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
So technically my first sponsor was Pal Rods.
Okay.
And I was right out of high school. I remember working with Keith Bryant there at Pal, and he sponsored me. And then right after that, so I've been going to ICAST and the Classic. The Classic I've done 21 straight years. Never missed one. And this will be the first time I'm not working the booth this in 2022.
Let's go, Cody Meyer.
Yeah. So
5-year-old Cody here for a purpose. Let's go.
So first time, and even Daiwa and Evergreen, because I want to be like Mr. Reliable, right, in the booth. I'm always there at Daiwa, Evergreen.
You are at every Classic. I love seeing you.
Yeah.
No matter what, whenever you see me, I'm a hard guy to spot. But whenever you see me, you run right at me, and I love that. Thank you for that.
Yes. And so even Daiwa, Evergreen are like, oh, you're not working the show this year. I'm like, thank God.
Yes, exactly. Your dream has come true.
Yes, but shoot, what were we talking about before that?
We were just talking about bass fishing and the goodness of it all.
Yes.
Hey, so we were talking about sponsors and your first check. But let me ask you this, and you don't have to name the name, but I'm just really curious about bass fishing money. And what's the largest check if you're willing to disclose this, that you ever have received from a bass fishing sponsor.
I probably shouldn't say, but it's been
Okay.
good. It's been good for sure. But I'll tell you this, and this goes back to my first year of sponsorship. And this is a kind of a story, not sidetracking off of that, but
That's okay.
I was at ICAST, and I remember seeing this jackal lure that I really, really liked. Wife just got home. So I remember seeing this jackal lure that I really, really liked. And
Does she want to come on? She can.
no, I doubt it. She won't want to come on, I doubt. But I kept going by the booth and seeing this lure, picking it up, seeing this lure, picking it up. Well, this guy at the time goes, man, you must really like this. And here I'm like 18, 19 years old, 20, somewhere around that time. And he goes, hey, I'll give you this lure and I'll give you a catalog. And here's my name. My name's Kurt Arcala. And man, if you really like it, give me a call. So I fish it all year. I send in like pictures. You know, these are like the old digital pictures you had to print out back in the day, or the flap the thing. I sent them in, and I kept in contact. He goes, hey, you know, I'll bring you on as a sponsor, and we're going to give you some product. So to answer your question, yeah, Pal was my first paying sponsor. But then it kind of kept building and building and building trust. And he says, man, I want you here at these shows. You're doing good in these tournaments. You know, this is the Toyota series back then. It was called like the Everstart and Pro-Ams. But I want you here. I want you to work your tail off and be present and show me what you could do. And he started paying me. And this guy, Kurt Arcala, I've been with my whole entire career. So from that time, all those years at Jackal Lures, I was with him. He gets let go because we made this company so successful that Shimano took over the rights. So he got let go, and then he got a job with Iowa. And he goes, Cody, as soon as I can, I'm gonna bring you on. And that's how I got on with Iowa, because the personal relationship I have with Kurt. Yep, the personal relationship I have with him. He knew I was an extremely hard worker, passion for the sport, dedication. And so because there was a lot more qualified guys than me career wise at Daiwa, but when he said, like, the sales pitch, listen, this guy's killing it in FLW. He's made all these Forest Wood Cups and blah, blah, blah. But he's a great guy. He loves to speak. He loves to do all this. And they took a chance on me. And so the point of it, Kurt set me up my whole career, Kurt Arcala. And that was a connection I made my first year of bass fishing, and was lucky enough to work with him this whole time until he retired last year.
Dude, it's so great in how all these stories connect. And we've been doing this show, believe it or not, Cody, for 10 years now.
Yeah.
Okay? And we did it on the radio before that. And every single thing, there's a connection, there's a correlation. And it always brings it back to what Jerry McKinn has said to us. And everything in life in bass fishing happens for a reason.
Yep.
That's it. And it's okay.
And
It's simple.
Just building friendships.
Yeah, it's crazy how that happens. How, look at old stories with Forrest Wood and Bill Dance. And I mean, come on, man. Yeah. It all happens like that. Really cool, Cody. That's awesome, dude. You've been at this game a minute. I want to hear your opinion. All right. We are going to appoint you the law. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The law of Cody. That's what this is. Ginger, you out there? Let's do a little law of Cody. A little Cody law episode. All right. Now I'm going to throw some scenarios at you, and you need to give us the law. The Cody Meyer law. All right. The first thing that we're going to add add a special event to bass fishing. Cody Meyer in charge here, stepping in for James Watson as president of the Bass Galaxy.
Yeah.
And you need to add a special event in bass fishing. Every other sporting football's got special events. I mean, just all-star games in general for everything. Yeah. Let's give us what's a special event?
Here's what I would do. I would do So you have to qualify like it's going to be, say, you finish in the top 5 in a tournament or something like that. At the end of the year, everybody that made it, you have whoever, or maybe the top 3 or whatever it is. And remember Bassmaster back in the day, they had a map. They had
The majors.
The whole course.
the golf course. Like you had hole number 1, hole number 2. I love that. Love watching that. I would have that as a special event in bass fishing and have it a really big payday. Like you have to finish X amount high and you get in, you qualify, you fish for a bunch of money and you do that. I think that was really cool. That's what I would do.
Winner take all.
Those were the majors, weren't they? Like 2006, 2007.
Yeah, there wasn't the leagues, but
It was the
Craig-
elites, but
it's
it
the
was
one Craig Lamb
it
came
was
up
the
with,
it was the
remember?
majors. They called
Yeah.
they were trying to do like the golf thing with the majors.
yes,
Is that right? I mean,
it was
I remember
so
Stephen
cool.
T winning 2 of them.
Yeah, it was so cool
emotional.
because
Yeah.
you would do like a ride through and you'd be like, dude, I want to fish hole 1 or
Yeah.
hole 3. And then I think the way you were seated, you got to start on that hole and then you had to move around and you'd always see like there was one section of the lake that was way better. And Tommy Biffle would get it and he couldn't even complain and yell at you. He'd be like, dude, this is my hole. And I just remember like Denny Brower and like, dude, that would be awesome. So if I had
cool.
my go at it, that's how I would do it.
100. Great answer. I like it. That's really good, King Cody. I like it.
Yeah.
Look at that. Okay. Now here's the deal. Now, just a little while ago on the Bassmaster, they had a little special episode. And I enjoyed it. And I thought it was done properly with a coin flip to determine forward facing and not forward facing for events. And I think it's great that they got Zona to do it because we all know that Zona was the best quarters player ever at over at home at Flossmoor. I mean, that you could not beat him at quarters, popping him off every time. Didn't it? So,
Yeah.
Okay. It ended up 5 events, as you know, right? 5 with the FFS and 4 without, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So we got Block It back for 4. He's going to watch 4.
Yeah, Blockett's going to watch
That's
4
good.
tournaments.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, so anyway, here's my deal. Here's my deal. What would you do? Are you okay with that? Like, I mean,
I thought it was cool, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, so the day that happened, I've been like, we have this group chat of the elite anglers, and I rarely go on there. Just because it's like there's, like you say, there's something drama wise, or not drama, but just something. And I'm like, dude, I got my kids to worry about and whatever. And so when I heard, hey, we're gonna do this coin flip, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is for real. Like, this is actually happening. And dude, be honest, when Zona flipped that coin, I could feel like my heart going. I'm like, dude, this is so intense that I personally thought that was really awesome. And I was not one to care either way. Whatever he wanted to do, go all scope, 20 transducers, 2, 1. I'm just a bass fishing fan. And
well, we know how you fish. We learned that tonight.
Yes. Yeah.
Didn't matter.
So I didn't care. I wasn't like, one way or the other, but if we were going to do it, like that was a cool way to do it. I thought that was
no other way to do it.
It might turn into a thing, almost like the NFL draft. Everybody gets their family, a big party, chicken wings,
for
everything.
different stuff.
Yeah.
Coin flip
And
party.
Who's
Jeremy
bringing the chicken to the weigh-in?
Who's got who's
Yeah.
Exactly.
Jeremy Lawyer did it, or he was watching, and he left the Bass Pro Tour and he's going to do the Opens this year.
Awesome.
And and he's a good friend of mine, and he was like, dude, I wonder if they're going to do that for the Opens. I'm like, I thought it was cool enough where they should, for sure. Like I was hoping they did. And then I think they ended up, I could be totally wrong. I think they're doing that, but they didn't do a coin flip. But the coin flip was intense, right? Like that thing would land, you'd be like,
oh, for real. I mean, how else could you do it any fairer?
I think
You
secretly, I think everybody was hoping for no scope on the same.
Like,
line
what if
for
it just
sure.
would have been totally wild in one direction?
Just to
It would have
see
been
what would
crazy.
happen there with no scope.
Yeah. And so I think with the Classic next year, in 27, but next year's coin flip, if we do the same thing, there's going to be 10 events. And so it's going to be 50-50 down the middle. And you're going to be like, All right. This is what I'm assuming. Classic and event number 3. Here we go. And however it lands, you
Nice.
got it. So
All right.
Nice.
I was okay with that. I thought that was cool.
I like.
I tuned in for sure.
Hey, I ask all you Elite Series anglers when you come on the show, there's another variable, and it's basically gauging shenanigans. Okay. And we all asked for it. Every bass fishing fan asked for a gauge of shenanigans, i.e., the lie detector test.
Yeah.
Okay? So now anytime you got to take any test, it sucks. I don't care if it's a math test, if it's a whatever, but I mean,
I don't even like a hearing test.
yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? But King Cody, is that the answer? Is the detector the answer?
I don't think so. Here's the thing. The problem with it is I really honestly
You've never taken a lie detector test.
oh
In other leagues.
yeah.
You've
In
never
other leagues. I took so many polygraphs. I don't think it's the answer. To be honest, I think right now, maybe I'm wrong. I just don't feel like there's like this group is, maybe I'm wrong, but they're really cheating. Like they're really going out there. There was a couple guys they wanted to give to them, and then those guys still really shine this year, from what I was told. But I mean, like
This group, you don't think they're cheating?
Yeah, I really don't. I mean, maybe on such a small level, but man, I'm telling you, you have so much to lose that
Right.
you're just not doing it. And like I'm terrified of every single time somebody says something. And in my personality, I don't want to be that guy. Like I don't want to be a dick where someone's, there and all of a sudden they're like, well, hey, but you have to, you're like, dude, I'm so sorry, I can't hear it. And you shut it down right away. And then I still call Lisa, tournament director. Anytime I hear anything, I call her just to get it off your chest. But I think a lot of this stuff, I don't know what happened to some of the guys this year, but the stories I heard, if they're true, there's no way they should have been DQ'd. I mean, supposedly in the Mississippi River, the guy that got DQ'd, there was a trout stream that led into the Mississippi River, and they were talking about fishing in that stream, and he got DQ'd or something. I don't know if that's true,
I don't know the story of it either, quite frankly.
but it's like, man, I don't think you go all in even more. It takes the fun out of it, man, to be honest. Like you got to police it, you give some polygraphs, but there's guys saying, man, we need to give more. And I said a joke. I'm like, well, why don't we give one before the tournament and then after the tournament to all of us? I mean, I just don't think that
you took one at every other event. They always picked you at the other league.
I know. So
are you allowed to tell us what some of the questions are?
It's being on the lake, getting information, observing the off limits, getting on the lake.
How do they word some of these questions?
They try to get you.
Really,
so like, they really try to get you like you're a criminal, dude. We're just bass fishing, right?
Yeah.
But they try to, you have to repeat it many times. The one thing like with MLF, they would ask you the same question. They're basically the same questions as bass, but they'd ask you the same question and it's such a different, manner. And they want you to answer that question, 5 or 6 times in a row. And so that way, if your brain goes somewhere, it goes to that. But, I'll never forget the MLF guy. He used to work for like the FBI in the Northeast or something in Maine. And after we're done, of course, you're nervous. And they've always asked you, are you nervous? I'm like, well, yeah. What are you nervous about? Well, it's like getting pulled over by a cop. I wasn't speeding, but I'm still nervous.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like when you go into a store and and then you don't buy anything. When you're walking out, you're like, oh man, they think I stole something.
Yeah, they're looking at your pockets, right? I mean, and the guy's like, okay, fair enough. But he goes, after we were done, and I got to know him because I was always randomly getting drawn somehow. And so I'd take him, and then afterwards we'd hang out. And I remember him telling me crazy stories. And he's like, listen, dude, I worked in homicide and stuff that happened to children and women and the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst. And it's a vacation for me to come down because you guys are bass fishermen. Like,
Nice. Yeah.
like
You're not gonna get hurt.
Oh man, were you here? Did you hear someone off the dock say they were throwing a Yamamoto Senko? You know, I mean, that's what we're up against.
That's the
So
question.
no, just
Right,
stuff like
beings,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
They're main questions, and I'm totally all for the questions. Did you get information, waypoints, any information? Did you get any of that? That can't happen. That's the rule. It can't happen. So I'm glad they asked that. And then did you observe, the off limit period? Like, were you on the water 2 weeks ago? I mean, so I really feel like everyone's playing by the rules that way.
Sure.
You know, and some of the stuff I hear horror stories of like, the Matt Heron down there and his brother said something. And if that's really happening and people are failing, I just don't feel like some of that is right. But
It's a fine line, man. It's a wild line to toe.
It
But
is.
Again, I still feel that the bass fishing fans, as well as the peers,
Yeah,
for it.
Yeah.
They asked for some sort of regulation.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what any other way to to put it.
They asked that. They asked for it, and a lot of the anglers asked for it too. But I think I've said this before. Nobody knows anything about, like, who knows anything about a polygraph, like, other than the guy running it. That's my problem.
Just
with
Polly.
it.
This person,
Yeah.
Polly.
It's
and
just
I don't
Polly.
even know who they
Yeah,
are.
it's just Polly. They named
That's
the graph.
the only
after her.
person who knows about the graph.
But it's kind of weird that, I mean, nobody knows. Everybody knows about a coin flip. Everybody
Yeah.
knows about, being in on time. No one knows about the science behind a polygraph.
Here's
No.
what I
And,
know. Here's what I know.
it's an odd thing.
Cody Meyer's a proper bassin' man. He ain't scared of no ghosts, and he ain't scared of no proper or no impropers or propers or whatever. He's just gonna go out and go bassing.
No
He's
I'm
ground.
gonna,
gonna do my thing
Yeah.
and try to
Yeah.
catch a bass.
yeah, he's gonna throw his 5-inch Senko,
Yeah.
his average size Senko.
About
He's
the
gonna go
average
to
size.
battle right
Yeah.
there,
Yep.
and he's gonna throw the shaky bladed jig at him.
And caution to the
The
wind.
old
Throw
Chickasee
that too.
chicken.
Try to catch them.
And try to catch him and end up in the Elite Series somehow after 20 years on another tour. Boom.
Yes.
Here he is, achieving the dream, going to the Bassmaster Classic for the first time. Cody, this has been really cool. I mean, we've been talking a while. It doesn't seem like it, but we better get some audience questions in before we get to the big giveaway. Okay?
Yeah.
Are
Let's
you
do
ready
it.
for this?
I'm ready.
Holy shnikes, these people love you out there. Let's see. He doesn't Bullard's Bar. We covered that. That one's done. How often do you go sturgeon fishing on
Well-
the slope, and any tricks for catching?
Well,
Matthew Pollock.
so Matthew, I'm addicted to going sturgeon fishing now because I see these massive sturgeon, dude, on live scope and stuff like that. So I haven't gone very much. I got all the gear, but now that's all I'm going to be doing this winter. I'm going to go try to catch some big smallmouth, but this winter, next spring, summer, you're going to see me hopefully with some giant sturgeon.
Now you're after a 10-pound smallmouth. What are you after with a sturgeon?
9-foot sturgeon.
Yes.
9 foot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ride it. I
What's
want to
that
see
weigh?
you riding a sturgeon.
9-foot sturgeon. I've seen them jump out of the water. The trick is, so I fished the Snake River a bunch. So when I first started throwing, you have crappie, right? Like I heard crappie's a bait or trout. I don't even know how to rig this thing. I've never used live bait in my life. So I'm rigging this thing. Well, I found out I'm rigging it wrong. I rigged it where it was literally just spinning in the current, which obviously doesn't look real. So now I know how to rig it. And I want to catch an absolute big one.
I know
I caught-
walleye.
Yeah, so I've caught some small ones in my lifetime, but I want to catch a big one. So that's going to be the goal with Snake River sturgeon.
I saw
9-footer.
I saw you had them big Daiwa saltwater marlin
Shit.
reels out. I like it.
120-pound braid. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That'll work.
Brian Christensen, this is a good one. I like this. Do you ever throw your Nico rig on casting tackle?
I do not. I don't. I did growing up on the Delta with like 15-pound tests, but I just feel like I can honestly work it better with the spinning rod.
Okay, no, and makes perfect sense. See most.
Skip it. Yep.
When a spinner bait, when a bladed jig. How do you determine?
So the only time I use a spinner bait, to be honest, is over top of wood. So if I'm fishing wood, I will still throw a spinner bait, but I'm still going to try to get that chatterbait over the wood, but they just don't fish wood good at all. So that's the only time I'll throw a spinner bait.
Gotcha. Okay, great answer.
Nice.
Glenn Banks wants to know, when practicing for a derb, how do you figure out the bite window on offshore spots? Wow. And do you hit the spot multiple times during a day, or do you camp?
So I am a multiple time a day guy. And the reason why, so those big smallmouth, big spotted bass, they will roll up on a point and they will eat. And if you're there when they're there, you catch them. Same goes with offshore. A lot of times I remember on the TVA, you would find this magic spot at 2:00 and then you show up in Derby Day and they're gone. You're like, dang. So you leave and come back and you leave and come back. And then the time of the season obviously depends on a lot of that. And we don't know the answer until you get out there, but check it multiple times a day. I feel like when you camp, you get those fish conditioned to your baits and they hear the sonar and then they're sitting there and they're like, we're not biting. We
Their
know
fins
that.
are
So,
up. They're on alert. They're like,
yeah.
You
leave,
Yeah.
you come back and they're fresh again.
I like it. He's a rotator. He's like a smoke thrift, burning the milk run. I like it. I like it. Hey, Cody, this has been a lot of fun. I am really happy that you agreed to come on this hot mess, and we're having a lot of fun with you. And I hope you are too.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely, man.
Let's make this show some real fun for a lucky viewer out there. What do you say? Let's give away the Tin Cup box of goodness first. Now, Ryan, you have the winner for that.
Yep.
Are you ready?
You want to do that one?
Yeah. Let's.
Okay.
Cody's gonna. Did Andy text you the winner for your prize? You're all
He
good
did.
there, Cody. Okay.
Yes.
Let's do the Tin Cup with Ryan first.
All right. The winner of the Tin Cup box of fun.
Where's your drum roll? Do we have?
I have no drum.
Do you have fanfare? There it is. Yes. And the winner is
John Williams.
John Williams.
John Williams.
Johnny Williams. He sounds like a Southsider.
Yeah. John Williams from the South
All
Side
you have to
Burbank.
do, John Williams, is DM, slip in the Straycast DMs, ask us if we're up and what we're wearing, and also,
You up?
Yeah. And also give your Addy to JR Rockin' Shoal Fantasy, and he's going to send you Luke Foley send you a box of Tin Cup goodness. Now here is a prize that you've all been waiting for. It's about $6 million worth of tackle.
Approximately.
It is from Cody the Magnificent. He's the slayer of Choo Choo Snoog and Fatty Magoo. He's an Elite Series angler, and he's a damn proper bassin' man. Cody, who's the winner? Wait. Here.
And the winner is Derek Taylor. Congratulations.
Eric Taylor. Gosh dang. Let me tell you something about that cat right there. This dude's lucky because I don't know, Ryan, if you remember, he's the guy that actually won the Crestliner on this show.
Derek Taylor?
Derek Taylor won a whole damn boat on this show.
Now he's got stuff to put in it.
Yeah, now Cody.
Holy cow.
No, I think that was like 2020 or something.
Yeah.
He won a whole damn Crestliner on
That's
this
awesome.
show. And now he just won a prize from Cody the Magnificent, which will surely lead him.
I hope he's fishing derbies because he's lucky.
It's going to lead him to an Elite Series berth. I can tell.
Dude, it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah.
So I guess do the same for me. Shoot me a message and I'll get it out to you.
We'll have J.R. Ewing slip in your DMs and ask you what you're wearing on Halloween, though. We'll ask. And everybody look at Cody Meyer's IG and book face on Halloween to see what Cody and Mrs. Meyer are wearing. Ryan's showing us Unicorn Cornelius. Do you see that, Cody?
I see that.
Yeah, that's from that.
that.
Yeah, he's going. It looks just like Yukon Cornelius.
A lot of denim.
Cody, it's been a pleasure, and it has been awesome to spend the year with you on the Bassmaster Elite Series Behind the Tanks. I look forward to 2026, and I look forward to seeing you not working the floor at the 2026 Bassmaster Classic.
Man, thank you so much. I'm
Win it for
with you,
Bullet.
dude.
Let's win it for Bullet. Come on. This one's for
Yes,
Bullet.
we're doing it.
Doing
Heck
it for
yeah.
Bullet.
Thank you guys so much, man. Really been fun.
Thanks, Cody. Peace,
Great
bud.
to see you guys.
Talk to you soon. Right there. Check out everything Cody Meyer. And of course, go to Bassmaster.com and check out his article. He's an author now. He's kind of a big deal. That's Cody Meyer. Hey,
Author.
yes, author Cody
Wrote that
Meyer,
down.
Esquire the Third. Yes. Chip, hee. It's been another 2-hour show. It just happened. I guess I'm apologizing to me.
Gift of gab.
Yes, Gabular. Count Gabula. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
It's the spooky Rastafarian
Like an
music.
industrial reggae.
I am Count Dracula. I am now Rastafarian Dracula. I'll tell you, thank you to Andia and Thornbarns for their support of the show. Seems fishy.
Where'd the music go?
Sorry about that. I don't know where I went. I went Gilbert Godfrey, I guess.
Over to the dark side.
Bob's Jack Plates.
Impulse Lithium, Power Pole,
Tin Cup, Mountain Whiskey.
Berkeley.
Garcia.
Who said that?
Wheat Rocher with Waterland.
And Mad Science Print Lab. And don't forget,
Go to BroncoWorkwear.com. Put in code BASS for your Halloween treat.
this has been an Andrew Ellenberger Ginger Ninja production. I'm Pat Renwick. It's Ryan Popcorn Whitaker. We're about to get wild on Halloween. You know what I mean? I got fireworks for Halloween. I don't know about you. Let's blow some stuff up. Next week, we're back. It's a stray cast. Pop you into Boo Baba Juby. Let's go. We got a special guest. Legends starts in November. Peace, Bass Galaxy. We're out of here. Another Andrew Ellenberger Ginger Ninja production. Oh.
We be flowing rivers, oceans, always motion, yeah.